Today I'm going to be teaching you about balancing chemical equations. A chemical equation is used to describe a chemical reaction. Atoms are neither created nor destroyed in a reaction. All atoms present in the reactants must be accounted for in the products. When you're looking at an equation, you need to make sure that it's balanced before you start using it. The same number of each type of atoms must be found among the reactants and the products. Most chemical equations can be balanced by inspection, that is, by trial and error. It is always best to start with the most complicated molecules, those containing the greatest number of atoms. When balancing an equation, the formulas of the compounds must never be changed in balancing a chemical equation. Consider this reaction of ethanol with oxygen. It is considered an unbalanced equation, and I'm going to show you how to balance it. Here I've rewritten the chemical equation, and you can see that it's unbalanced. Now I'm going to write each element that is a part of the reactants and the products. Start out with, there is 2 carbon atoms on the left, 6 hydrogen atoms, and 3 oxygen atoms on the reactant side. On the product side, there is 1 carbon, 3 oxygen, and 2 hydrogen. Notice that the carbon and hydrogen atoms are unbalanced. There are 2 carbon atoms on the left, and only 1 on the right. On the left, there is 6 hydrogen atoms, and on the right, there's 2 hydrogen atoms. We need to correct the numbers of reactants and products so that we have the same number of all types of atoms among the reactants and the products. We will balance the equation by inspection, a systematic trial and error procedure. The most complicated molecule here is C2H5OH, ethanol. We will begin by balancing the products that contain the atoms in C2H5OH. Since C2H5OH contains 2 carbon atoms, we place the coefficient in front of the 2 on the product side. This now gives us 2 carbon and 4 oxygen here plus 1, so 5 oxygen. And it doesn't do anything to the hydrogen, so leaving that at 2. So now you can see that our carbon molecules are balanced. Since C2H5OH contains 6 hydrogen atoms, the hydrogen atoms can be balanced by placing a 3 before the H2O. By placing a 3 in front of the H2O, that now makes the product side have makes the hydrogen have 6. Oxygen now has 3 plus 4. And it doesn't mess with the carbon. So now our carbon and our hydrogen atoms are balanced. Our oxygen still are not. Last, we balance the oxygen atoms. Note that on the right side of the preceding equation contains 7 oxygen atoms. And on the left side, we only have 3. We can correct this by putting a 3 before the O2. That produces a balanced equation. By placing a 3 in front of the O2, we now have 6 here plus 1, so 7. And placing it here doesn't bother any of the other elements within the equation. So you still have 6 and 2. Now we have a balanced equation. So now that we've double checked our numbers, 2 and 2, 6 and 6, 7 and 7, This is our final balanced equation for ethanol and oxygen.